He said back on and on.
Shake your back on. Shake your back on and on.
Oh, okay.
Your back on.
Okay. Now let's go to Michael Essien and his foundation. He launched that foundation last year, and last Tuesday, he was in Ewutu to launch his project, a boreholes, a toilet facility, and then reading goals. He wants the children there to read, and I think that was spectacular, because these days the children are all into computer games or something else, and they don't read. So those books would really go a long way to help them. So we're going to discuss Michael Essien. Oti, I saw you there struggling to get an interview. At some point, he was kneeling down. It was so interesting. But before we do that, let's go for a short footage from Ewutu. Okay, so you saw Essien in Ewutu. Oti, I was talking about you earlier. I know Oti was kneeling down with his BBC microphone, getting an interview. It was so funny.
Yeah, because, you see, the rule when you are in a situation like that is to be as close to the person as possible.
Exactly.
And make sure you always shout your voice first. So you ask it, so that when you go back and you play it, you assume that you're the only one who was doing the interview.
Precisely.
You can take answers from people's questions and put them together, but you ask the questions. But it's always worth it. It's always, with people like this, if you say something about how Chelsea will win the league, it's worth a lot of money if you sell those quotations. So it was worth it. But even more, I think the intriguing thing about the deal for me was just how, everywhere he went, he found old women stop selling. It
was so interesting.
And I was trying to juxtapose, because I've interviewed him in London before for TV3 before the last World Cup. And, to look at the contradiction from the Cobham training grounds to the village he grew up in. And I was sitting there and I was thinking, this is a true success story. Yeah. There's no two ways about it. And I've been to, I've done a documentary on Stephen Appiah and gone to Choco to see where he grew up. I know Derek Watson very well. And I think one of the things that we don't do well in this country is to highlight the difficulty of the upbringing of those boys and where they've got into as a means of encouraging others, because it's quite staggering.
Yeah.
You feel like you can do anything if you watch them.
Exactly. Mimi, have you worked on any project since you came back from Big Brother?
No. I've been trying to do one. Actually, the same thing, like the borehole thing. So I actually know the price of how to build one, because I was actually investigating on how much it is and how many I can build one in the north.
Is it expensive?
It's not too expensive. For me, I think I can do 5 of that, because it's like 50. It's between 15,000 to 20,000, and I think I can raise that kind of money.
Okay.
It's not too much.
So Michael has done well.
For Michael, I think even from his pocket, he can build like 50 at once. I'm not saying I don't appreciate what Michael has done. He's done so well, and his project, it's quite a unique one, because it's not like the normal one every other artist or celebrities try to do, because it's very different. But I think he could have done better. Because just one borehole, it's quite. I don't know how he did that.
It's just the beginning.
I know, but first impressions, you know, he's a big star. He's
so there's no impression on you.
Seriously, he should have given us like 20. Seriously, and the toilet. It's quite unnecessary, but it could have been more. For toilet, it could have been like thousands of it. Because seriously, it's not expensive to build a toilet. Yeah. That's my only problem. Granted, he's done so well.
Okay.
At least he's added some value to our community. We appreciate, and we hope that the next time he comes around, we can get more from him.
I'm sure he will take your advice. He will be told. Abeiku.
I'm disappointed with the intervention because you have also gained popularity for the country. You represented Ghana on the African continent. Ghanaians spend their money voting for you. The media pushed you, helped you. You came and pushed you to the limelight. You did your first, project, your first album, second album. You've gained popularity. You've gotten money out of popularity from the people, and you've not even been able to buy even one bag of gari. Osu children's home. Wait. You've not been able to buy one bag of gari to Osu children's home.
Abeiku, it's not
now, wait.
I've done so much.
She asked you, what have you done?
It's like
and you said
I didn't want to talk about. I don't have like a huge project, but I've been contributing one way or the other.
You're also a star. You're also a star.
I've taken,
You're also a celebrity.
Wait. Let me tell you something. My mom.
Let me come in.
Wait, just a moment.
See, these are, the things that kills, the drive and the passion for volunteerism and, supporting the community. I think it's worthy of emulation. If we should get every celebrity going back to where he or she grew up from. You come from Abudu.
How do you know?
No, I have.
What is Abudu?
I know.
Where's Abudu? How do you know?
She comes from.
Baby, where are you from?
I'm from Tamale.
No, you're not from Tamale.
Excuse
please.
me, I'm from Tamale.
No, why you
What's
denying
your problem?
Hey,
Where do you come from?
I'm from Tamale.
She's Wilhelmina Abu Andani.
It's over
and she comes from Abudu.
What is Abudu?
No, but back to my point.
Okay.
If you should use, your fame to do something for your community, I think it will go in a long way to help rectify the anomalies we have in our society. He's done well. Let's push him. Let's encourage him.
That's exactly what I said.
But you said he could have done better.
That's what I said. He could have done better. He's a big star.
He's a peanut.
Judging from his wages.
I didn't say peanut. I didn't use that word.
Okay, it's a stepping stone.
Yes, I said it was good, and we hope that next time it will be. But I thought for a first impression, for his status, it should have been bigger. And you saying that I haven't.
But do you know the thing that he's been doing?
Exactly. So you don't know. Exactly. You don't know what I've been doing off the scene too.
Okay.
It's a good debate. Exactly. But like he says, footballers, everybody does different things in different ways. I'm sure you would have looked after some kids to go through school that you don't necessarily publicize. Exactly. I remember we were at the African Under-20 when Samuel Lincoln, just because Rwanda is a very depressing place. It's a lovely place, but it's also depressing. So, Samuel Lincoln picks himself up one morning. They play a game, they win. He picks himself up one morning, takes money out of his winning bonus, goes to an orphanage on his own, and, he comes back literally draped in tears. Yeah. The day you donated about $2,000 worth of goods to an orphanage. So
it's not
a lot of things that footballers especially do. They try to keep it on the quiet. Sometimes you try to get as much mileage out of this. And I think in this Asian case, you look at the whole organization and it was meant to get mileage. I think it's a good initiative. Yeah. Hopefully it will go on. But even the bigger thing is that he's got so much potential.
Exactly.
That with more planning, he's got because you look at those kids and they look at him and it's almost as if
it's an inspiration.
Hopefully there will be a lot of it.
I come from the same area, okay?
From Utu.
Yeah, that's why.
From Ekunfi.
I agree. Yeah. I know why you're talking like that now.
I've also done a lot for the community, but I'll not come here to say that the community knows it. The chiefs and people recognize what we're doing for them. And that's what I'm saying, that we should all go back to our communities and help.
Okay, let me go through these messages, then we can play back Michael Essie's interview. Jennifer Sari says, I think Asamoah Gyan deserves at least one of the awards. Malvin Adi, Abeiku Santana, I love your outfit. Percy says, Abeiku Santana, me feel you. Richard Champon says that I love this show. Michael Churchill says, Nana, you are blushing because OTJ is staring at you. Carlos Sameri says, hi Nana, can you give OTJ or Santana the seat for 5 minutes to interview you and Mimi? No. Oti, you're my man. And Santana, you're good. Mimi, you're beautiful. Nana Jima, hey Nana, you're looking spectacular. Thank you. And for Mimi, she's just splendid. And Ruby says, Nana, please tell OTJ that I love his eyes. Oti. Spency Mabella says, Abeiku Santana, kindly remove your glass so that I can see your face. Akwesi says, Nanaba, please ask your panelists, the secondary schools they all attended. Kwabna Kranti, maybe he's right. Asamoah Gyan just polished it with his goals. That's all. He came to do cantata in the music. Okay, that's enough. Now let's go for Michael Essie's interview. This is just a playback of the interview I had with him in Ewutu.
I think it all happens when I lost my big brother, because I did not see him before he was dead. But I learned he was gonna fetch water for the family, and he died. So that motivates me, and I spoke to my team, and we came up with the foundations. I'm very happy. Everything is going well at the moment, and hopefully there will be more. No secret really. She's as you know, and I've been out with injuries, and I did work really hard to come back. But I will give thanks to the Almighty God, for making it possible for me to come back and enjoy my football. And I did a lot of work, and I think it's paying off. Oh, it was funny really, because we were texting before the game, and he said, he might score against us, and I said, no, you have no chance. And then when he scored, I went to see him after the game in the dressing room, and he was teasing me so much. But I'm very happy for him. He's doing really well, and I wish him all the best, and hopefully he can make his mark.
It has 37,000 hits.
Okay, why do they always try to dance like Asamoah?
No, the guy is scoring the goals, he becomes popular, and Zenden has become a YouTube sensation. Last time on Thursday or Wednesday, it was about 37,000 hits.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, this takes me back to Roger Miller and World Cup, and he brought
the English media loves they love a lively person. Asamoah Gyan will give you an interview, he will smile. The day when he missed that penalty against Uruguay, he still came out of the dressing room smiling and talking to media people, and he's got a personality that they love in England. So
all right, now the rest of the messages here. Ifwa Kisiwa Esal says, tell Mr. Agri that I have a serious crush on him and I love his style. Gilbert Sam says, well, I think Ghanaian players are doing very well outside the country. I agree with Oti that the possibility of Asamoah Gyan winning both the BBC and African Best Player Award will be based on the World Cup. Ni Ankra says, Oti is the most matured analyst in the game of football in the country without a shadow of doubt. I learn so much from him. Anytime I watch him, Oti, you are the best. Well, we'll go through the rest of the messages when we come back. This one I'm afraid to read, but I'll definitely read it. I've got interesting comments here. So when we come back, we'll go through that. Stay with us. When we come back, Abeiku will also tell us whether he walked out, was fired, or he just moved on, as he says. Stay with us.
3, 2, 1. Nanamburo.
You're welcome back. Donald Senedu Jemfi says, helping a village doesn't mean giving back to society. He should extend it to a national level. And I'm fed up with Michael Essien. Oh. Redwan says, Essien is really doing a good job, but I won't read that part. Mensa Kobna says, Nana, when is Michael Essien settling down with one lady? And I mean, a black lady. I don't know, you know. I don't know.
Who chooses a wife for anybody?
Exactly. Owusu Mensa, I can't mention this one, Kokorado, says that Michael Essien is fond of... okay. Let's just say that you want to say he's fond of scoring goals. Nana, I think you're becoming the octopus for predicting... I have to. For predicting the loss for Hearts and Kotoko. Oh, if they're playing this weekend, they will lose. Hearts and Kotoko, they will lose again. Don't worry. They shouldn't win every match. That's true. And Nana asked Abeiku Santana if he has a problem